We have with us now Advocate Gauri Chhabaria, member of Maharashtra State Commission for Women. She's a practicing advocate at the High Court since 1988 and also a social activist. She was a former lecturer at Government Law College for 11 years. She is a trustee at Women Graduate Union and member of SAF GWI. Advocate Gauri ma'am has authored books, newsletters, etc. She is a recipient of many prestigious awards by the Maharashtra Governor and Ministers, celebrities, and also Dr. Bharat Ratna Ambedkar Award, Shiv Mudra Chhatrapati Shivaji Award, Lions Club International Excellency Award, and many more such. She takes interest in reading, drawing, craft, and music. Now I request ma'am to enlighten the gathering on the topic of role of Maharashtra State Commission for Women in complaints regarding sexual harassment and workplace.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction. Respected Chief Guest, Honorable Justice K.K. Tate, Chairperson Maharashtra State Human Rights Commission, Mumbai, Dr. Anita Sinha, Joint Secretary, National Human Rights Commission, New Delhi, Dr. Kavita Lakshmandani, Principal KC Law College, Advocate Seema Sarnayak, Advocate High Court, Dr. S.M. Setna, Advisor and Counselor NGO, Bapnagar, other invitees, guests from various departments. We see the lovely inspectors here, smart students around, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning. I know you all have been hearing the lectures going on, but it's a workshop, so definitely you will gain something or another from. You have been seeing the wonderful talks we had with the colleagues who have spoken earlier. In today's world, it is very important for the women to be strong. Do you agree? Yes. Strong and powerful. As you see, the population also, the women nowadays, and you see women working in all the different sectors, they are there everywhere. So it is very important that we women are very powerful and we are working. So that is why the prompt, very wonderful topic has been taken here today of prevention. POSH Act has been taken, which is very, very important, because naturally when we are stepping out of the house, don't you think our family is worried that we are back home safely? So that is why the workplace and the government also taught that it is important for us that when we are working and certain problems come, how do we deal with them? Because many of them are going for work for the first time. Like you see the students, they'll be going to the different solicitor firms, they'll be going to different institutes where they are working, and it is not going to be very easy. No doubt today the colleges are much more better than what we were in the college. Our biodata used to be so small. Now we have the CVs. We teach them how to go and interview, how to go and do things. That was not all there during our time. I also came from a small town, Belgaum, joined Amarchand Mangaldas. But things were different. We had to really work hard and struggle. But today they are all very prepared. They have the internships. They have done a lot of earlier work. They work even with the judges and all. And they are all ready. But still, while the competition is so hard, so it is very important that during you get the equal right, like while you are working, you deserve to get the equal rights. Being a member of the Maharashtra State Women Commission, just to brief you a little bit on the Maharashtra State Women Commission. It is also a statutory body. We do also have certain civil code rights, and especially those women who don't want to go to the police station or they don't want to go to the courts directly, and probably many of them who come from humble background and do not have the money. So this is a wonderful place for them to come here. We take care of them. We have a team of our counselors, and there may be anything related to the women. We take the complaints. But today we are especially going to look at complaints of sexual harassment. Yes, we do have complaints of sexual harassment. We do have some complaints which are by some hospitals or some institutes which come to them, and they have their reports ready and they send to us even to find out whether the procedure was properly done, so that injustice is not done to the women. That is. So such complaints are also there. So as you know, it is a very sensitive topic, and usually what happens, we are always taking side of the women, especially when we are in the Women Commission. It happens that way. Maybe you all think it is biased or whatever, but it happens that way because we always see like women, sometimes it's very difficult for them to express. And once when they are coming to give a complaint, that means there is something wrong. Otherwise they generally let go things that way. This is what is my experience, because being a woman from last so many years, there are many times we let go things, but it is only when which is not tolerable, then the woman says, you know, I have to step down. Safety isn't just a slogan, it is a way of life. So we all want that the atmosphere where we are working has to be very comfortable. My colleagues have explained to you in detail about how the atmosphere has to be there in the work, and otherwise how it is sexual harassment. And regarding the IC committee, our principal also explained to us. To go a little further of the IC committee, it is also very important that their board has to be displayed and the members' names have to be there, and it has to be in a very prominent place. It is not only the woman who is working there, but a woman who visits there. She may be an intern, she may be also a woman who is just a visitor or even coming there for a short time, and even then if somebody from that particular workplace does something which she feels is the sexual harassment, she can file a complaint there. So the board is very important. So we as a Women Commission, whenever we are visiting, maybe even a bank or school or college or wherever, and if there are more than 10 employees, and when we see that the board is not there, we tell them, you will be raised a penalty of 50,000 rupees, or you better immediately have a new committee and put the board outside or wherever in the prominent place. So this is what is a duty. And there are so many such places, even some of the courts also where I visited in other states, other places in the cities of Maharashtra. We have a jurisdiction of entire Maharashtra. So we go around, and in that case, we do ask the Maharashtra Vikas Committee to please see that to inform such places and the different places that everyone should have this IC committee. Even though it is mandatory, but they don't have it. So we have to see that they have it, otherwise they have to rush to the local committees. Do you work with pride? Yes, of course, all of you all work with pride. Put safety in every stride. Friends, seek safety, aim safety, follow safety, ensure safety, teach safety, and yield safety. It is very important today. If we are not going to think of ourselves when we go to work, and maybe these young officers here, they can teach you all also, come to your organization and teach you all self-defense. It is very important. I have also myself visited 2-3 such workshops of self-defense. It is very important. At least certainly if something happens, you know, something you may remember. But refreshing is important. That is very important. Now, what is our role? Suppose today a complaint comes to me, and a complaint comes to our office of MSCW. Our team of counselors are there, area-wise. They take up the case, they call the complainant first. Naturally, when any matter is there, the complainant has to be called, spoken, because it is a very sensitive matter. So we see that she talks or she writes whatever she is comfortable, or a relative helps her also in telling how the things go on. Sometimes some of their family members come. We usually see that the females are there rather than interfered by some other such male person or somebody. And the facts and witnesses and all that, whatever she can give us, she can give us, and accordingly, after making some investigation, if we feel there is something really very concrete in it, then we write a letter to the employer. And then we also try to call the employer and find out. We also ask her, have you filed your complaint in the IC committee? Then suppose if there is an IC committee and if she has filed a complaint, and then we ask her to get the report and we see the report. Sometimes it so happened that before going to appeal, she wants to come to MSCW and take our view and guidelines whether she should go in appeal or no. So accordingly we guide her. Sometimes it so happened there is no IC committee and she is not aware about all this. So we guide her that you should go to the your IC committee in your department, and if there is no such IC committee, then the employer, when we are giving a letter and they come to us, we ask them to form a IC committee accordingly and all the details. So they form the IC committee. Even very big hospitals in Bombay sometimes still a grievance is not come. Some aggrieved woman is not come. Neither do they have any grievance cell. Neither do they have any IC committee. It's really very tragedy about that. But finally they have to do if something comes. Because usually what happens, naam kharab ho jayega, name will get spoiled. So they generally try to settle it there and then. Either they remove the employee or either they give the internal transfer or something such thing is done, because the reputation of the organizations are very important. The goodwill is very important. So they try to settle it. Sometimes even heavy compensations are also given because they don't want the things to leak outside. So such people who come to us, we guide them, and it so happens sometimes the IC committees are there, but maybe a few members are retired or somebody has passed away, so they have to replace. So they have not replaced, the board is just that way. So they have to do it immediately. That is also very important, and we have to check it out every time whether this is done or no. Another thing also what we can do is that if there is any recommendation required, just as Madam told us here, that this act requires to be much more powerful and more changes are required. So if such any recommendations come to us or some resolutions come to us, or we ourselves, like how we are having a workshop today, maybe our Women Commission has a workshop and it is recommended that how it can be amended, or some better tool is there which we can see that, because as days go, things change. Like we are seeing today the cyber law. We are seeing today maybe the sexual harassment may be through your WhatsApp, the emojis. There are cases abroad where we are seeing that this, even in agreements and all, recently I read that even if you do a thumbs up, it is said yes. So all such things are there. So there are so many such different emojis where young people just use it, but some of the employees may not like it. If every now and then somebody is sending you a heart, somebody is sending you a wink, somebody is sending you a hug or whatever it is. So all these new things are coming. So if some changes are required, we have to update the laws accordingly. That is very important. So we can give a recommendation and have new policies to the government. We can give it. So that is also one of the functionaries which we do. Our Maharashtra State Women Commission does a lot of different functionaries, including this sexual harassment at workplace. It was very nice to be here, and long time you all have been hearing many lectures. I think we are in short of time also. So thank you so much, sir, for inviting me. And it was wonderful to be here. This college, I have been coming earlier also. We had started a Leo club and was lovely students. They are still in touch with me, some of them. So of course we'll be having question answer session. If there is anything more, we can definitely discuss. Thank you very much.